For decades, Voyager 1 has sailed through the void of space like a ghost ship in the cosmic ocean, silent, tireless, alone. Launched in 1977, this spacecraft was intended to be a brief visitor to the outer planets. Yet it kept going. Past the gravitational pull of the Sun. Past the orbit of Pluto. Into interstellar space. But now, something has changed. And what it has recently sent back has left scientists stunned, and the public uneasy. It began subtly. Engineers monitoring Voyager 1 noticed a glitch, an anomaly in its telemetry data. Initially, it was thought to be just a hiccup in its aging systems. After all, the probe is nearly 50 years old, running on technology from the 1970s and powered by a decaying nuclear battery. But then the anomaly grew into something stranger. Voyager 1 began transmitting structured signals. Patterns that appeared intentional. A pulse, then silence. A rhythm, not random noise. The plasma wave instrument, which measures the density of charged particles in space, recorded an unusual spike, something that resembled a heartbeat. It pulsed once. Then again. And then, nothing. Analysts cross-checked the signal with data from solar activity and cosmic ray interference. No correlation. The signal didn't match any natural phenomenon they had seen before. It was brief, consistent, and eerily rhythmic. The team was left with two possibilities. Either it was an internal hardware loop repeating a corrupted instruction set, or it was something else entirely. To understand why this is so significant, let's rewind. Voyager 1 has already made history. It provided humanity with our first detailed look at Jupiter and Saturn. Its iconic photo, the pale blue dot, taken from 3.7 billion miles away, shows Earth as a tiny speck suspended in a sunbeam. A poignant reminder of our fragility in the vastness of space. But as Voyager 1 drifted into interstellar space in 2012, it entered a realm humanity had never touched before. No sensors, no satellites, no backup. Only Voyager, alone in the void. In this emptiness, Voyager 1 became more than a probe. It became a sentinel. A silent observer watching the galactic winds and waves. And now, as it reaches farther than any human-made object in history, it's sending messages that no one expected. Emails, private logs, even internal audio recordings have surfaced, showing that NASA has been more alarmed than it initially let on. Leaked documents suggest that some of the probe's transmissions have been classified. Particularly those that included geometric shapes, some resembling symbols or even characters. One leaked frame showed a triangular pattern forming over Saturn's southern hemisphere. Perfectly symmetric, unlike any naturally occurring cloud formation. It resembled glyphs, shapes that could be interpreted as a form of language. These weren't images from recent events, but old data reviewed with newly trained AI models. The revelation: these anomalies weren't noticed when the probe first sent them decades ago. Our technology then wasn't advanced enough to detect the patterns hiding in the noise. But now, in the era of artificial intelligence, those old frames have revealed something shocking. The classified AI model used to analyze the Voyager transmission found that the triangular pattern over Saturn wasn't random. It followed a consistent internal geometry. One that mirrored some mathematical constants. Ratios not typically seen in nature without intelligent design. When the data was enhanced, more troubling patterns emerged. What looked like concentric rings, equilateral triangles, even hexagonal lattices near Saturn's poles. Scientists familiar with this research warn that these patterns could represent either a natural phenomenon we don't yet understand, or a message left for us to find only once we were advanced enough to comprehend it. Is it possible that something, or someone, is trying to communicate using the very planets of our solar system as a canvas? Let's not forget Saturn's North Pole itself is famous for a bizarre phenomenon, a massive, persistent hexagon storm, nearly 30,000 kilometers wide. First discovered by Voyager 1 in the 1980s, it's still there. Still spinning. It's a geometric shape in nature, on a planetary scale. And no one knows why it exists. This brings us to the most recent transmission. Scientists confirmed that Voyager 1 sent back an audio file, a compressed signal that, when decrypted and converted to sound, formed a droning, harmonic hum. It wasn't random static. It held pitch, frequency, cadence. Some experts say it resembles a low, modulated chant. Linguists were brought in. So were cryptographers. What they found shocked them. The waveform exhibited recursive symmetry, an intentional repetition, possibly a carrier signal. A vessel for hidden data. NASA hasn't officially commented on the leak, but anonymous insiders claim a task force is now dedicated to analyzing this audio, code-named Echo. The theory is this. Voyager 1 might have intercepted something. A signal not from Earth and not from the Sun. Something external. Possibly extrasolar. And it's trying to relay it back. But what if Voyager didn't just intercept the signal? What if it's been answering? Deep within Voyager's ancient codebase, a segment labeled Autonomous Reply Function was discovered, likely an early experiment in machine learning. But that function had been dormant. Until now. Logs show it recently activated, without human instruction. The implications are enormous. If Voyager is replying autonomously, it means it's communicating with something it recognizes as intelligent. Something close enough to receive and respond, yet far enough that it hasn't been directly observed. The data from the last week alone contains 19 transmissions marked encrypted payload, yet no one has admitted to initiating them. This has led to wild theories, some plausible, others more speculative. One theory suggests Voyager the 1st of May have encountered an ancient signal still echoing through the interstellar medium. A relic from a long-dead civilization. A beacon trapped in time, waiting for something to hear it. Another theory, more unsettling, posits that Voyager didn't find something, but something found it. A listener. A watcher. Maybe even a traveler following the trail we left behind. Let's remember. The golden record attached to Voyager contains the sounds of Earth, greetings in 55 languages, and a map showing the location of our solar system. It was meant as an invitation, a message in a bottle cast into the cosmic sea. But what if someone read the invitation and decided to write back? Experts in astrobiology are divided. Some call the signal a glitch, a coincidence born of outdated instruments and decaying circuits. Others warn that we must tread carefully. That announcing ourselves to the universe without understanding who else might be listening is dangerous. Stephen Hawking once warned against actively sending signals into space. If aliens ever visit us, he said, the outcome might be similar to when Native Americans first encountered Columbus. Yet here we are, decades after Voyager left Earth, now facing a mystery beyond anything we imagined. A probe that was supposed to die quietly in the dark is instead sending pulses. Patterns. Perhaps even messages. Whether they are from an intelligence, alien, ancient or artificial, we do not yet know. But the silence that follows each transmission is deafening. Voyager 1, now over 15 billion miles from Earth, continues its journey into the unknown. And as it drifts farther, it becomes less ours, more a vessel of the universe itself. A cosmic ambassador whose mission has become something far more profound than exploration. So we must ask ourselves, what lies beyond? What awaits in the dark? And when we listen to the stars, are we prepared for what they might say back? Stay curious, stay alert. This is Discovery.